Hi.
Not that long.
I have two questions. At the City Reporter, we published a story last month about the untold number of New Yorkers whose SNAP benefits have been stolen from them in skimming schemes, and there's no recourse for them to get the money back. So you have people who are already food insecure, who are losing thousands of dollars, and they can't buy necessary food. In some states, like California, they repay the money, or there's some kind of victim's compensation for it. They don't have that in New York. Is that something that you would look into with the state to consider? And then I have a second question.
Yeah. You know, when I was the assembly member for Astoria and Long Island City, we were hearing complaints from constituents about an aspect of this, which is also the theft of cards and the inability for all of the protective measures that should be in place to actually be in place. So I'm aware of that conversation as it was happening at the state level, but I will follow up on the conversation around compensation and the comparison to California's law.
My second question, I mean, it feels like a long time ago now, but last week, obviously, there was a big wedding at Madison Square Garden that used a lot of police resources. Months ago, local community groups, local organizations, block associations and that kind of thing were told that they could not have events on those days around the 4th of July because of strained police resources with the Sail 250, with the World Cup. But then they were upset to see that police resources were brought, obviously, for a billionaire's wedding at Madison Square Garden. Do you want to address some of that controversy? Because it seems like there's almost like a, not to borrow a former mayor's term, but a tale of two cities about who gets to have events and who doesn't. And could you also confirm that Taylor Swift will be paying the city back any and all money for police overtime? And if so, how much and to whom?
So, yeah, quite a few there. Taylor Swift will be paying, has paid already, the cost of the permit that was lodged, which was over $160,000 for that event and for the response to that event. And that was a permit that was finalized, I think, in just the days before the event itself. Now, when it comes to this summer, as you heard it from State Senator Gonzalez, as being a summer where we've not only had the Knicks' first championship in 53 years, the World Cup, our nation's 250th anniversary, a number of what are both historical and generational events. We have made clear that there would be limitations in terms of what the city would be able to do. However, that would not actually limit New Yorkers' ability to go to the park, to have a barbecue, to have a lot of the things that were feared about at first. And then I will be following up on the earlier questions around SNAP.
All right, let's try to